What's going on, y'all? It's Mason Bleasdell, your Austin real estate agent, and Nolina is a community that comes up fairly often for those that are looking to move towards the northern suburbs, but still have good schools, easy access down Ronald Reagan to places like Apple or 183 into Cedar Park. But a lot of the communities, as you go a little bit farther south of here, go way up in price, or it's like Santa Rita Ranch down the road a little bit that has really high HOA fees. So if you're trying to balance out, of course the home purchase price, but also your carrying costs, and even just eke that tax rate down a little bit lower, Nolina offers a really cool value. So in this video, I want to drive around. We're going to show you, obviously we're starting off at the amenity center right here, but show you all the reasons why Nolina is worth a look. If you're looking around the Georgetown, Liberty Hill, Leander area, this is going to be the ultimate guide for you. Now, before we jump in the car and show you around a little bit, I want to talk about where we are. We are just off of Ronald Reagan. We have a Georgetown address here, although we are very close to the actual edge of town, but straight up Ronald Reagan, which is the extension of Palmer Lane once you start getting into Austin, but it's the road that's going to take you straight to the Domain, to Apple's campus. Apple, of course, just doubling their campus a couple of years ago, but very easy access to the northwest of Austin. Probably the most exciting parts about this area is how much growth is happening. Ronald Reagan is being widened right now into a 4-lane highway boulevard, literally just a hair south of here. It's going to totally transform the commute in and out. Most of my clients who do come out here, the biggest con tends to be those of you who work in Austin proper. The commute can be a little bit long, but they are actively working on trying to make that better. So that's very cool to see. You'll also see that just barely north of here, a brand new H-E-B is about to open, and that's going to be in a complex of a bunch of different restaurants, and different amenities, things like gyms, professional offices, and whatnot that you're going to use day to day. So outside of the neighborhood and the amenities that we're going to talk more about in just a second, there's a lot coming this direction, which is also very nice. And I'll jump ahead a little bit. The other interesting thing that makes this community unique is the value it offers. The homes just like this from some of the builders like Perry and Westin in this neighborhood are cheaper, generally speaking, than its counterparts in Santa Rita Ranch, just to the south of here. We are also just a hair bit lower of a tax rate. Now, Santa Rita's big enough, there's actually a couple different tax rates depending on where you are, but we're 2.55% here, pretty competitive for it. And the HOA at the time of recording this video here is $55 a month, not $90 like you'll see in Santa Rita. So it's an interesting one. It's definitely worth checking out, but let's jump in the car. Let me show you around the neighborhood a little bit. And again, just try to give you a feel of what's going on. Now, as we're pulling out of the amenity center, I want to talk about it just a little bit because it is really cool, especially for only $55 a month. It does have a fitness center, and it's not your, total throwaway like apartment gym. It's actually pretty nice. They've of course got pools. They've got hosting areas. They've got a really nice coffee bar into the main hosting area. It's actually really, really nice. Definitely worth checking out. Now, there is only one, which is why that fee is only $55 a month. But if you are looking for amenities, you're not shorted out here just because this is not Santa Rita Ranch. So have no qualms there. Now, as we pull out onto the main boulevard, the grand plan for this neighborhood is eventually going to build out over 500 acres. Now, this community will be huge. And if you look straight out the window up here, you can see some of the newer phases that they are prepping for the roads on. Obviously, this road is going to get widened at some point too. So there's a lot to come with this neighborhood. They always say getting in early is a good thing, tends to be from a price perspective and whatnot. But what I like about it is most of the really good lots, there's even some with views, are up in the earlier phases. You can see how it starts to get flat as we get back towards the newer parts of the neighborhood. So definitely just something to keep in mind. Now, as far as pricing for housing goes, it does vary a good bit depending upon what you're looking for. But prices in here start in the mid 300s. And of course, some of the larger Perry and Westin homes can end up touching 700 at the very highest end, but not bad at all. Of course, there's varying lot sizes. There's a lot of green belts. There's some hills. Some of the homes out here actually have a little bit of a view too. So really, depending on what you're looking for, there's gonna be a variety of options for you. Taylor Morrison is also building out here. I mentioned Perry and Westin and Chesmar homes, all offering just a little bit of a unique experience, and of course, different floor plans, different levels of customization. You know, I have a client that just built a Perry home. We did so many custom options, so options they don't normally offer on the floor plans, and they are super open to things like that for very reasonable prices too. You know, example, they did a standalone tub in a floor plan that didn't call for it, and they were happy to accommodate. And it really wasn't that expensive compared to normally upgrading the tub. So super cool. If you're looking for a little bit wider of a lot, you're gonna have some options for that out here. You're gonna have 3-car garage options. Lots of little things just to make the home a little bit more unique, a little bit more special to you. And again, serving a wide range of folks. So if you're looking for a little bit more space, or you know, you wanna keep things simple, you're gonna have a good option out here. Now, I sure hope this video was helpful to you. If you're looking into this neighborhood, trying to figure out why you should consider Nolina for you and your family, and I sure hope it was helpful. If you are looking for a real estate agent who not only works for you to help you find, of course, the right house, but also the right community, the right place at the right price for you, I'd love to be that resource of choice. Reach out directly. My personal contact details are on the screen and down below. Thank you so much for watching in this one. I'll see y'all next time. Now we're pulling up on something that's very interesting. I can't find any information at all on what these are, but you don't see concrete houses with metal frames in Texas, not outside of commercial buildings. Very interesting. More to come. More to come.